I was like, there's a lot of strategies out there, but they're all derived from the same basic things. Like mine is a Reaper opening into Fast Expand into Marine Marauder. And now anybody that sees me on the ladder is going to know exactly what I do. But those are three basic strategies from different players that I just brought and made my own. Oh, Turd Pile and PT now?
I'm trying to figure out where they are because I think they've started their semis, which I don't mind at all. They're actually, they're in game right now. So we're probably going to have a bit of downtime.
Let's take some questions. So just type questions in the chat as you see fit. We'll answer them as best we can. Hold on. You just got this.
Yeah, I believe they're in game. So I think they're already playing on this map. Hold on. Still
throwing some questions, comments, information to the table, what you think, what you're feeling. Okay, I got a question for the stream. What are your plans for tomorrow? What are your plans for tomorrow night? Big day for some people. Did my chat just time out?
There's a delay.
Go to school, yeah. Me, I'm going to work. Okay, I got another question.
We're trying to figure that out, Jamona, right now.
Yeah. Okay, I got another question for you all.
Okay, a PtWinns says he's about to win. So it looks like it's going to be PT versus Lawnster. So hold on.
Goku, we all know you love this Frisia. Idra, okay. Can we like all play some custom? Yeah, go for it. I mean, if you guys find someone in here you get along with, I don't answer on stream, please. Leenock's a very good player, Jason.
I remember that MLG thing. I actually had to go out that night to a show with my mother, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna miss it all. So I just happened to find the app on my iPhone for Twitch TV, and I'm sitting in the show with it muted in my lap, watching Leenock and Naniwa. I was just, it was hysterical. My mother eventually saw it and was like, put that darn thing away. I was like, no, I want to watch. And I managed to watch the end of it. It was amazing. All right.
Yeah, I remember that when I was like, Naniwa's going to win this. Naniwa's on fire. And then I was like, who is this Leenock guy?
Yeah, nobody knew who Leenock really was before then, the 15-year-old kid. And it's just like what the amazing part is, he just roach rushed every single time and won. It's like, come on, Nani, come on, really.
Step it up. And Sleep, that's not a name you hear every day. Race check, yeah, race check. Just making sure. We want to make sure everybody's playing by the same rules.
Okay, don't quite start it yet.
Okay, Shocker. Sorry. Guess Shocker did know about Leenock before. I hadn't, and I was also like, that was my first big tournament I watched.
Yeah.
That was my first. That was like when I really jumped into StarCraft. Like at that time, I had no clue who MVP was. I was like, MVP? Who? Okay, he's another player. I was like, Boxer's the hottest thing since sliced bread. And then I found MVP, and I was like, MVP is my man. I love MVP now.
Yeah, I really got into StarCraft scene at BlizzCon 2011. And the first StarCraft match I watched was, it was Demaga. Demaga was in the game. And Demaga's amazing. He's one of my favorite Zerg players. The guy, I just was watching how he was playing. I was just like, oh my god. It's just like the ability to control so much going on at once. I was At that time, the reason why I was so into BlizzCon and all that stuff was World of Warcraft. I was a huge World of Warcraft geek. To an extent, I still am, but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
And I was just blown away. And then I saw the GSL final, and oh my goodness, I was blown away. And then that final between Nestea and MVP, that last game, I will never forget. That was amazing. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I got another question for the chat. And I know my answer right off the top of my head. It is, and I'll let you go first, Inject. Best game you've ever seen?
Game 3, BlizzCon 2011 Finals, Nestea versus MVP. The nukes that kept going down, the amount of minerals Nestea was floating, just the fact that there was no Marines, it was all ghosts. Yeah. Like, really. I was just like, the entire time. I couldn't believe it.
Now, my answer for this is one that I think a lot of you probably have the same answer. It was the Blizzard Cup. It was the GSL Blizzard Cup last year. Game 7, MMA versus DRG.
Oh, I saw that.
Exactly what
that was incredible. Like I'll give it that. That was like. Oh. I think I just prefer that Game 3 of BlizzCon just simply because it was the first real great game that I saw. But that Blizzard Cup was just astounding.
I still watch it, and I'm like, how do they do it? How do they do it? Like, obviously, MVP is my favorite player, as I've said multiple times. MMA. And that entire series, too, because if you listen to the interview beforehand, they both said 4-0. They both said, I'm going to win every game. Mm-hmm. And MMA had it. He was up 3-0. DRG comes back, wins the next 3 games, and then Game 7 happens, and I was like, my head just exploded.
Yeah, I agree.
I need to find that. I want to find that replay. but I like...
I think half the reason why I like the BlizzCon final, too, is a lot of people don't like Day 9 as a caster. I think he's great because he interjects comic relief. It's just the comedy he can bring into a game is amazing. Like it's just like, oh no, there's a nuclear missile. MVP making his appearance in doing his America impersonation by getting that nuclear missile.
Yeah. I do have to say though, my favorite casting, Tastosis. I know it's like everyone. Don't get me wrong, I love Day 9. I watch the daily as much as I can. But Tastosis is so good. Artosis is so incredibly intelligent. And, okay, we ready to go? Go.
Yes, we are ready to enter our final.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your final for the night.
On GSL Antigua Shipyard, best of 3.
And Shocker is right. Day 9 should play Sen in a show match. Because the curse of Day 9 is real, and it has affected Sen's play. I've seen Tasteless versus Day 9 in a show match once. That was so
great.
Good. They're both very good players.
All right, your final.
We have Lawnster versus PtWinns. Both players we've seen incredibly good. Now PVZ, what do you do? What do you do, PVZ?
Forge, fast expand for those who are a little more advanced, but for what I usually do is a 2-gate open. I know that sounds really, really strange, but it works for me. So it's countered every single 6-pool I've encountered since I started doing it.
Do you think there's a good possibility of a 6-pool?
For game 1? Well, not anymore.
No, not anymore.
All right, so in the the right position, we have our pink Protoss Lawnster on GSL Antigua Shipyard, which is forced crossed positions, for those of you that don't know.
Yes, and in our left, we have our yellow, thank you, by the way, yellow Zerg. PtWinns. It stands out very well against the purple. They're opposite colors, if you all know your color wheel.
It's Easter.
And they're looking to make this their best finals ever. And one thing that Shocker said that I think we could see is Roach Hydra. plus infestors is what he says, but I haven't seen any infestors out of PtWinns, but we have seen fantastic roach hydra play. Like,
I will. The infestor, I love the infestor, by the way. When I played Zerg, the infestor, I got it every game. If I didn't make it to infestor in a game, I was just upset beyond belief. Infestors are so useful.
I actually can't play infestor. I'm terrible spellcaster. Sentry, I don't even bother to get it. Ghosts, I get it for nukes and snipes. I don't use EMP. I don't really get any of the other things, which I'm not going to get it for snipe anymore. Ooh, there's the spawning
Gas
on.
steel.
Ooh, what a jerk. Now here's...
This is a 14-14 play, so, and then this gas steel, so that's just... yeah, classy.
And
he canceled it.
He canceled it. Now, one of the things I do like about this forward pylon here is it's not for warpings. One of the things it is for, it lets you know when they're pushing out, and it also lets you know when the lings are down. So if you don't want to bother going up in here, if you think he might be doing something weird or he might attack you and it'd be just bad for you, plant down this pylon. Then you'll know when the lings come out.
That's a late gas. Oh, no, it's not late. Sorry. All right, so Lawnster's
it wasn't a gas.
Lawnster's doing similar to what I do, but he put down his cyber core first. That's probably because he did scout that it wasn't an early spawning pool, so he just planted that cyber core down, and it's set to go. I see a lot of pros do this combination at the top of the ramp against Zerg rather than go do the Forge Fast Expand, and there you go. Let's see, we have an Evo Chamber and a Roach Warren coming out from PtWinns.
And both fantastic play that we've seen him do before. He will get those. He'll get the missile upgrades. He'll get the Roach Hydra. And I don't know if you've ever seen Hydras with missile upgrades. They're devastating. They will destroy things. They don't mess around. Speed is about halfway done, just over. And yeah, missile attacks coming out. And roaches with missile attacks, also a little OP. Not to say that they should nerf it, but just it's a very smart decision. 4 lings coming out for our Protoss player.
You mean Zerg?
Zerg player, yes. I apologize. I am running on nothing right now.
Yeah, I haven't eaten dinner yet. The pasta I was making ended up burning, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I should have made it earlier so I wasn't rushing. But I took a nap this afternoon. I was exhausted. I've done nothing today, but I was still exhausted, so I took a nap. And then it was like 6:50. I get online. I'm like, oh, 3-gate robo coming out of our Lawnster.
I was just about to ask about that 3-gate robo.
I agree.
Smart play.
Especially if Lawnster starts bringing in Immortals right away. Please, for goodness sake, Immortals are great against just about anything. I'm not kidding.
They really are.
Warp gate complete. So that means now units are pretty much on command for Lawnster.
4 roaches coming out now for our Zerg player.
Nice 5-ish. That's a nice little.
5-ish.
That's a nice little push there.
6 on the field.
Oh yeah, 6.
6 on the field. So
clearly I can't count. All right, let's see.
There's a handy dandy if you press U on
your... yeah. I never think to do that. Observer coming out. Please, for goodness sake, Lawnster, make Immortals. Oh, make Immortals, please.
Use it. Hold on, no, he's kind of. I can't tell if he's going to do it or not. If he's going to make something, Spine Crawler coming down plus 3 more roaches. Good calls. That's all I'm going to say. He's making good decisions. He needs to expand now.
He does need to expand, and I would like to see him start to spread creep. Because the more creep he gets out, the faster his units will move. Which means the quicker he can corner the Protoss' units, which means, win. Yay.
Yeah, Forge going down, and what's coming out? What's coming out? You've been yelling it all night.
Yay, Immortals. So good against roaches. So good. And the Forge is probably going to initiate the beginning of an expansion. Ooh, excuse me. And